Okay, so another little Q equals MC delta T problem. A 244-gram chunk of iron cools from 350 Celsius to 20 Celsius, right? So like a blacksmith, right? Heating up iron, working with hot iron, and they've allowed it to cool off in water or in something, right? So 20 degrees Celsius is about room temperature. How much energy does the iron release, right? So hopefully as I read through that, I recognize we've got energy changing, temperature changing, that kind of stuff. So we go Q mc delta T, right? So as I look through these, and I read the question and I let the units help me. So grams is always an easy one to start with. So hey, look at that, 244 grams. It goes from 350 to 20. So what would my change in temperature be? From 350 to 20. So it is almost 330 degrees Celsius. There's something slightly wrong with that, right? We went from 350 to 20. So it's not 330, it's negative 330, right? So final minus initial. So 20 minus 350, right? So that'd be a negative 330. And then the thing is iron. So I don't want to use water's 4.18, right? I would use iron specific heat. If you don't happen to know that, they don't list them on the periodic table and stuff, but you can always look it up. And for iron, it is 0.44 joules per gram degree Celsius. All right, and then we're looking for the Q on that. Well, the equation is Q equals mc delta T. So the Q is already by itself. I don't have to do any rearranging. I can just plug them into the equation. So I'm going to say Q equals 244 grams times 0.44 joules per gram degree Celsius times negative 330 degrees Celsius. We don't just ignore negatives. The negatives tell us direction. They kind of, right? Release, right? If it's releasing energy, that's going to be negative energy that's out kind of thing, right? So I cancel my grams, I cancel my degrees Celsius, and I just multiply those three values. So we say 244 times 0.44 times negative 330. And so my Q is negative 35,428. Really, we've got like two digits here, so I should do joules. So I should do negative 35,000 joules, or the best answer would really be to change that to a more usable unit, so negative 35 kilojoules, right? Move your decimal point 1, 2, 3 places, change that to kilojoules. So negative 35 kilojoules, or best kind of thing would be to put it into a sentence. It would release 35 kilojoules of energy. All right, that negative is showing us that it's releasing energy.